Imagine a place where love is carved in marble, where every sunrise paints its white domes in gold, and every night the moonlight wraps it in silver. This is not just a building, it's a heartbeat frozen in time. The Taj Mahal, one of the world's most breathtaking wonders, has stood for nearly 4 centuries as a symbol of love so deep it defied kings, empires, and eternity itself. But behind its perfect symmetry lies a story far more complex, a story of devotion and grandeur, of promises made and hearts broken. Today, we'll uncover the emotions, the legends, and the hidden truths behind India's most iconic monument. Because the Taj Mahal is not just a monument of stone, it's a monument of the soul. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments. If you could build a monument for someone you love, what would it look like? In the early 17th century, the Mughal Empire was at its height, a golden age of art, architecture, and power. Amid the grandeur of the royal court, a young prince named Shah Jahan met Arjumand Banu Begum, a woman whose grace and intelligence captured his heart instantly. Their connection was immediate, not just a royal alliance, but a meeting of souls. Shah Jahan called her Mumtaz Mahal, meaning the chosen one of the palace. From that moment, their lives became intertwined in ways history would never forget. She was not only his companion, but also his confidant, present in political meetings, travels, and the grand visions he had for his empire. Together, they represented harmony, loyalty, and a love that seemed to transcend the limits of power. In a world ruled by politics and ambition, their affection was pure and rare. It wasn't built on conquest, but on trust. And in the corridors of the Mughal court, people whispered about it, about how a ruler, destined to control millions, was himself ruled by love. No one could have imagined that this love would one day shape one of the most extraordinary creations the world has ever seen. As the years passed, the bond between Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal became legendary, a union that inspired poetry, music, and art across the Mughal Empire. They were inseparable, partners not only in life, but in vision. But as fate would have it, the emperor's world changed forever. In a moment of deep loss and heartbreak, he made a vow, a promise that love would never fade, that it would be eternal, carved into the very heart of India. That promise became the Taj Mahal. It was not built as a palace for the living, but as a sanctuary for memory, a place where beauty would preserve emotion. For Shah Jahan, it was a way to transform pain into art, sorrow into architecture, and love into something timeless. The emperor gathered the finest minds of his time, architects from Persia, calligraphers from Syria, artisans from India. Together, they began designing a monument that would reflect perfection itself, symmetry, harmony, and peace. He wanted the Taj Mahal to look like a dream you could touch, something that would whisper, through centuries, the story of a love that refused to be forgotten. And with every block of marble, with every gemstone set into the walls, that promise, the emperor's vow, became real. The construction of the Taj Mahal began around 1632, and what followed was one of the most ambitious projects in human history. For over 2 decades, more than 20,000 artisans and workers dedicated their lives to shaping what would become the crown jewel of India. White marble from Rajasthan, jade from China, turquoise from Tibet, sapphire from Sri Lanka, materials from across the known world arrived in caravans that stretched for miles. It was as if the earth itself had offered its finest treasures to this monument of love. Architect Ustad Ahmad Lahori is believed to have led the design, blending Persian elegance with Indian artistry. Every detail, from the calligraphy on the walls to the delicate inlay of precious stones, was crafted with near mystical precision. Legends say the workers sang while they built, believing that their efforts would make them part of something eternal. Each stroke of the chisel, each carved flower on the marble, carried the echo of devotion. When it was finally completed, the Taj Mahal shimmered like a vision, a palace of light reflecting on the Yamuna River. Visitors who saw it for the first time described it not as a building, but as a dream rising from the earth. It wasn't just architecture, it was poetry, written in stone by the hands of thousands who turned one man's promise into immortality. For the world, the Taj Mahal was perfection, a symbol of beauty and love beyond compare. But for Shah Jahan, it was also a mirror, reflecting everything he had gained. and everything he had lost. The emperor would often cross the river to gaze upon the monument from afar. He would sit for hours, silent, watching the marble change colors with the light, golden at sunrise, ivory under the sun, silver under the moon. To everyone else, it was the wonder of the world. To him, it was a reminder of promises kept, but also of moments that would never return. As years passed, the empire around him changed. Power shifted, and the world that once bowed before him began to fade. Yet his eyes always turned toward the Taj Mahal, his eternal companion, his silent witness. It's said that when Shah Jahan grew older, he spent his final years in quiet reflection, his heart and spirit bound to the marble masterpiece he had created. The Taj Mahal had become more than a monument. It was a memory carved in light, beautiful, fragile, and eternal. Centuries passed, and the world around the Taj Mahal changed. Empires rose and fell, rulers came and went, yet the white marble wonder remained, untouched by time, standing like a guardian of memory. When foreign invaders arrived in India, they stood in awe before its perfection. Some sought to claim its treasures, others to preserve its beauty, but none could take away its spirit. Even as wars raged and empires collapsed, the Taj Mahal endured, quietly watching history unfold. Nature, too, tested it. Floods, weather, and time left their mark, but the monument stood firm, a testament to the craftsmanship and devotion that had created it centuries earlier. As India entered the modern age, the Taj Mahal became more than just a royal symbol. It became a national treasure, a monument that belonged not to kings, but to the people and to the entire world. Poets, travelers, and lovers from across the globe came to stand before it. Many said it looked different every time, glowing under the sun, dreaming under the moon, whispering secrets through the mist of dawn. It had transcended history. The Taj Mahal was no longer just a story of one emperor's love. It had become a story of humanity's search for beauty that never fades. As the sun sets over Agra, the Taj Mahal glows softly, its marble changing from gold to pink, from ivory to silver. It's as if the monument breathes with the rhythm of the earth, alive with the spirit of the love that created it. Centuries after its completion, the Taj Mahal continues to inspire poets, artists, and dreamers from every corner of the world. It has become more than a masterpiece of architecture. It's a message carved in stone, that love, in its purest form, can outlast time itself. Its symmetry speaks of balance, its gardens, of paradise, its reflection on the water, of peace between heaven and earth. Every arch, every carving, every ray of light that touches its walls tells the same story, that beauty is born when the heart creates with purpose. And perhaps that's why the Taj Mahal still moves us, because deep down, it reminds us of something universal, that even when moments pass and empires fade, love and art remain. The Taj Mahal doesn't just belong to India, it belongs to the world. It belongs to everyone who has ever loved, dreamed, or lost, and still believed in something beautiful. The Taj Mahal stands not just as a monument of stone, but as a monument of spirit. It reminds us that behind every masterpiece lies a story of dreams, sacrifice, and the human need to create something that lasts forever. It's a place where art meets emotion, where silence speaks louder than words, and where time itself seems to pause in admiration. When you walk through its gates, you don't just see marble and symmetry, you feel a heartbeat that has echoed for centuries, reminding the world that true love, beauty, and devotion never fade. And maybe that's the real magic of the Taj Mahal. It isn't just a building, it's a reflection of us, our hopes, our memories, and our endless search for meaning in a world that's always changing. So, as the moonlight kisses its domes tonight, remember this: love may not conquer time, but it can outlast it. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, what does the Taj Mahal mean to you? A love story, a masterpiece, or a mystery? Because history isn't only about the past, it's about the feelings that keep it alive.